Ayun. So, we have here another problem about the seaboard November 2022 under the hydraulics and geotechnical engineering. So, this time we will get the effective pressure. Okay, so without further ado, punta tayo dito sa ating problem. A clay, sabi dito sa problem na ito is, okay, gamit lang tayo ng laser. A clay layer is 8.4 meter thick. So, ibig sabihin, yung thickness ng ating clay is 8.4 meter. Is overlain by 15.6 thick sand to ground surface. When the water table is at the ground or at the sand level or sand surface, the saturated unit weight of the sand is 20 kilonewton per cubic meter. And its dry unit weight is 17.2 kilonewton per cubic meter. The clay has a saturated unit weight of 19 kilonewton per cubic meter. The groundwater table was lowered 7.2 meter and the degree of saturation of the sand above the new water table is 30%. Number 1 is evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height of the clay before lowering the water table. And second, evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height of the clay layer after lowering the water table. And third is evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height of the clay layer when there is no water in the layer but the sand remain in moist condition with the same degree of saturation. Okay, so illustrate muna natin or i-drawing muna natin yung kalagayan. Ito yung clay that is 8.4 meter thick. Tapos overlain by the 15.6 meter thick na sand. Okay? So ibig sabihin ito yung magiging surface. When the water table is at the ground, or ibig sabihin, andito sa surface ng sand sa taas. Andito yung magiging, water table. Dito natin matatagpuan. The saturated unit weight of the sand, ito is 20 kilonewton per cubic meter. And then the gamma dry is 17.2 kilonewton per cubic meter. And the clay naman, yung y-sat natin dito sa clay is 19 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? So, ganyan yung mangyayari sa kanya. Okay, tapos, the groundwater table was lowered. Mamaya na yan, Mamaya na yan. Sagutan muna natin itong number 1. Evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height. Kasi mamaya yung mangyayari is ibababa na dito sa ilo-lower pa yung 7.8 dito yung bababa itong water table mamaya dito sa ating number 2. Tapos mayroon siyang sinasabi dito na the degree of saturation is 30% pa din. Kahit na bumaba ito, magiging 30% pa din yung degree of saturation dito sa taas. Tapos dito naman sa number 3 is, ibig sabihin, pag bumaba naman yung water table, yung sand dito, pag bumaba siya ng 7.8 or basta pagbaba ng evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height of the clay when there is no water in the sand. No water, ibig sabihin, nandito na yung magiging water table naman sa number 3. Dito na sa surface ng clay. Kaya lang, yung mangyayari dito sa sand is ganun pa din, magiging moist pa din siya. Moist pa din, tapos magkakaroon pa siya, ang kanyang degree of saturation is ganun pa din na 30% pa din yung degree of saturation with the same degree of saturation. So, mamaya explain natin kung paano yan mangyayari. Okay, punta muna tayo dito sa number 1. So, dito sa number 1 is evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height of the clay. So, asan ba yung mid-height ng clay? So, dito natin matatagpuan yan. So, ibig sabihin, the mid-height is 4.2. 4.2 din dito sa baba kasi mid-height. Ibig sabihin, nasa gitna ng i-divide natin yung 8.4 into 2 kasi mid-height. So, ibig sabihin, 4.2 meters. Matatagpuan natin yung mid-height ng clay. So, ibig sabihin, from this portion, ano yung magiging effective pressure niya? Di ba? Ano yung magiging effective pressure niya dito sa ating 4.2 meters sa clay? Ganito yung mangyayari. Total pressure muna natin i-compute. What is the total pressure? Yung total pressure is equal to the 19.4.2. Ibig sabihin kasi, kukumputin muna natin yung saturation niya. Pressure with saturated. Saturated kasi siya kasi may halo pa siyang tubig. Diba? Saturated talaga siya. So, ibig sabihin, 19 Y-sat times the 4.2. Ang kukonsider kasi natin itong side na yan, itong portion na yan. Plus, yung pressure naman, 20 Y-sat times 15, kabuuan nito. Kasi 15, kasi may halong tubig. That is your pressure mula dito papuntang clay, mid-height ng clay. Diba? So, that is the value of 391.8 kPa. Okay? How about for the pore water pressure? Yung pore water pressure naman natin is yung ano lang ng ating tubig. Yung unit weight lang ng ating tubig na kinukumputin. Yung pore water pressure lang. Ibig sabihin, yung pore water pressure natin is 9.81 from this height na 15, kasi ito lang yan, tapos plus 4.2. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, the total height nito, papuntang mid-height ng clay. Pababa. So, that's why 4.2 times 15.6. Ito yung pore water pressure, 9.81. That is 194.24. And then, to find the value of the effective pressure is the total pressure minus the pore water pressure. We will get the value of 197.56 kPa per kilopascal. So, yan yung ating magiging sagot sa number 1. 197.56 kPa. And then, second is evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height. Mid-height pa din yung pag-uusapan natin, mid-height ng clay, after lowering the water table. So, from the previous kanina, is ilo-lower down natin yung water table ng 7.8. So, ganito naman yung mangyayari. Ilo-lower natin siya ng 7.8, which is also the mid-height of the sand. Kasi, 7.8 plus 7.8, that is 15.6 pa din meters. So, ibig sabihin sa mid-height ng sand. Okay? So, ganito naman paano i-compute yan. Okay, dito ginawa pa rin, may saturated. Kasi wala ng tubig dito, di ba? Wala ng tubig dito. Pero, given tayo ng degree of saturation na 30%. So, kailangan natin yan i-solve kasi magiging moist pa din to. Ibig sabihin, may natitirang moist pa din dito na 30%. Okay, so we need to compute the moist unit weight. So, kukumputin muna natin dito yung moist unit weight niya. Yung gamma M, gamma moist. Okay? So, mayroon tayong formula for the Y-sat. Yung Y-sat, saturated, is GS plus the void ratio of the soil plus all over 1 plus the void ratio times the gamma of the water. Okay, so another formula is gamma dry. Gamma dry is equal to GS over 1 plus the void ratio times the unit weight of the water. Evaluate natin ito, yung dalawang equation na yan. Kasi pag in-evaluate ko to, ilagay ko to dito. Tapos ito yung mangyayari sa kanya. Tapos ito naman is ito. Tapos ayan. Ito naman yun. Okay, so sabi natin that this value is equal to gamma dry. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, yung magiging equation natin dito is gamma dry plus the void ratio is equal all over 1 plus the void ratio times the unit weight of the water. Okay, yung y-sat natin is given tayo ng y-sat. Ito yung y-sat. Tapos, yung gamma dry natin is given tayo ng gamma dry. So, makukuha natin dito yung void ratio. So, yung void ratio is makukuha natin yung GS natin. Okay, yung GS natin ng sand. Okay, this is 2.4 kasi ito yung magiging formula natin from the gamma dry. So, ito yung makuha natin. So, kailangan natin muna i-compute muna itong GS tapos itong ES, void ratio, para makompute natin yung gamma moist. Kasi kailangan natin ito, formula na ito. Diba? Yung gamma moist is, kasi dito sa hydraulics or sa geotechnical is madaming formula. So, we need to memorize all the formula or kahit hindi mo naman i-familiarize mo kung ano yung ano. Pero maganda pa rin yung isusulat mo yung formulas kaysa sa i-memorize mo lang. So, ganito yung mangyayari na sa kanya. So, computein natin yung gamma moist. Yung gamma moist natin is 18.04. Okay, so lagay natin dito na sa ating drawing para di na tayo malito. Okay, the total pressure is, mayroon na tayong gamma moist. So, computein na natin ngayon yung ating total pressure. Yung total pressure natin is, ganito na yung mangyayari. 19, ito, dito tayo mag-uumpisa, no? Mag-umpisa tayo dito. 19 times 4.2. Okay, kasi meron tayong saturated. Saturated pa kasi itong portion na yan eh. Saturated pa kasi meron pa tayong tubig dyan. Kasi yung water table natin is nandito pa. And then 20 times 7.8. So itong portion naman dito is 20. Saturated pa din yan. Kaya 20 pa din yung gagamitin natin. Kaya lang yung height natin is 7.8 na lang. Kasi 7.8 na lang itong value na yan. Itong height na yan. And then, ito kasi basa pa. Basa pa siya. 'Di ba? So, kaya ang gagamitin natin is gamma moist. Hindi naman tayo pwedeng gumamit. Kung total dry talaga na siya, ito na yung gagamitin natin na 7.2. Kaya lang, sabi dito is saturated pa din siya ng 30%. So, ibig sabihin, basa pa din to. Yung magiging, ano pa din natin dito, yung gamma moist natin, yung gagamitin natin na 18.04 times 7.8, of course, kasi yan yung magiging height natin. So, we have the total pressure of 376.51. Okay, pagdating naman sa pure water pressure, sa pure water pressure is 9.81, 4.2 na lang, ito na lang yung mag-govern. Tapos ito. Kasi yung water table natin is nandito na lang. Diba? Yan na lang yung magiging height niya. Yun. So, 4.2 plus 7.8 na lang. So, dito kasi wala na tayong tubig. Wala na tayong tubig dito sa portion na yan. So, we have 117.72 kPa. So, the effective pressure is the total pressure minus the pure water pressure is equal to 258.79. So, pagkabisado mo na itong pag-compute ng total pressure is madali na. Yung magiging, actually, madali lang naman itong formula ng total pressure. Yung magpapahirap sa'yo, itong mga formula dito. Itong mga formulas na yan. Yun yung magpapahirap sa'yo kasi kailangan mo talagang i-memorize yung mga formulas. Okay, so, ito yung magiging sagot natin sa number 2. Okay, how about for number 3? For number 3, evaluate the effective pressure at the mid-height. The mid-height of the clay, ganun pa din, dito pa din, sa mid-height. Dito pa din, when there is no water, when there is no water at the sand layer, but the sand remain moist, so with the same degree of saturation. So, ibig sabihin, andito na sa clay yung magiging water table. So, ganito na yung mangyayari. Kasi wala na tayong tubig daw dito sa ating sand. Kasi when there's no water in the sand layer. But the sand remain moist, ganun pa din. Actually, may saturated pa din tayo ng 30%. So, we don't need to compute the gamma moist kasi na-compute na natin kanina. Kasi paras lang din naman yung saturation niya. 'Di ba? So, at least okay na, mas madali na. So, gano'n na yung pagsosolve natin. Total pressure is equal to 19.4.2. Ito pa din kasi basa pa din siya dito. 'Di ba? Basa. Tapos 18.04 times 15.6 na. Ito na yung gagamitin natin kasi saturated na lang. Hindi na totally saturated to. 30% na lang yung saturation niya dito. So, gagamitin natin yung value ni gamma moist. So, we have 361.224 kPa. So, for the water pressure naman is ito na lang yung kukumputin natin sa water pressure. Kasi from this portion up to the water table. So, yun na lang yung ating. So, we have 41.202 kPa. And then the effective pressure is equal to the total pressure minus pure water pressures. We will get the value of 320 kilopascal. So, yan yung pagsosolve natin dito sa ating seaboard problem under this is the topic of the geotechnical engineering. Okay, so that's all for today.